And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, when you consider the top hitters ballparks in the sport, this has got to be one of them.
I'll say this. Pitchers have to stay with their game. They can't look over their shoulder and think, I have to be fine and perfect on every pitch. Continue to pitch to your strengths, and you'll come out of here with a good outing.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And today's starting pitcher, Grant Holmes. Chris, how about a scouting report?
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
Trey Turner leading things off and takes a strike. Out to short, Allen. Throws to first in time. Turner is out. Take a look at the lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click. And unfortunately, what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Kyle Schwarber now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Clips the corner. 0-2 now.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. One out, base is empty. And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one not close. 1-2 the count.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Two outs, base is empty. And here comes Alec Bohm. That one's upstairs, ball one. Two outs, base is empty. The wind of the pitch. That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Swing and a pop-up. Allen settles under this one, and that'll do it. Phillies go down quietly in the inning, and now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Atlanta, and on the hill, the big righty, Mick Abel. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bottom of the first. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
So, Boog, here's an interesting fact about Acuna. He has the most home runs at Truist Park. He passed Freddie Freeman for the top spot in 2023, and I think he might hold that record for a while.
Grounds one to short. Turner. Jump throw. It's there, and that's a great play. Here is Matt Olson. And that misses. 1-0. Just missed.
2-0.
Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball. 3 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, right side of the infield. Stop. Under it. They got it for out number 2. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. And, Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Marcell Ozuna at the plate now. That's ball 1. Swing and a ball popped up. Stop. Sizing this one up. Corrals it. And that will end the inning. End of the first from Truist Park. No score. Back at Truist Park, all set for the start of the inning. So here's the Phillies DH, Nick Castellanos. Holmes back to work. Headed towards the corner. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, and digging in for Philadelphia, Max Kepler. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. And another ball. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
There's a strike. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Castellanos leads off second with nobody out. Now one missed. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto.
He's done a great job making contact recently, batting over 300 so far this month.
Misses outside, and it's 1-1. Second inning here, no score.
Ball. Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With one out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Second baseman, Bryson Stott.
2 on, 1 out. This is Bryson Stott. And that one fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
The 0-1. Ball one there. Not close with that one. 2-2. And there's a ball.
Full count.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Next is the speedy first baseman. And there's the strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here at the top of the second. Just missed.
1-1.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
No.
Brandon Marsh
3-1.
in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And now it's filled up.
Full count.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And he grounds one to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Ranging back onto the track, and he makes the catch. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Down to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Abel, 23 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. Inside, and that's ball one. And delivers outside. And that's off the inside edge. 3-0. And he walked him. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk. And that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Drake Baldwin stands in now and watches strike one. That one inside, and now it's even 1-1.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Marsh quickly gets it back in. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
First and second, no outs. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Ball one, no strikes. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2-0. On the ground, a short could be 2. Over to stop for 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's Alex Verdugo. That's off the mark. Ball one. Two outs. Line drive, base hit right field. And the Braves score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Out to short, Turner. They take the force out. That ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Top half of the third inning, Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Brandon Marsh.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
Back to the top of the lineup. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Trey Turner. And that one sliced foul. Marsh at second with nobody out. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 2. Waves at the defender for the strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Struck out looking at his first at bat. That's in for a strike. One out and a runner at second. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-1. One down. Phillies down a run.
2-1.
Tap dances out of the way of that one. And that is out of play. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Runner at second here, one gone. Just misses. And now it's 3-2.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. The throw in, but it's offline.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
One down. Alec Bohm getting runner on the go. Fought off foul. That misses. And 1-1. Man at first, one away. Right through there for a strike. Pitch misses there, and the count's even at 2. Struck him out looking. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Doubled his first time up. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. That's off the inside corner, and the count even 1-1. That one is upstairs.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
2 outs. That
Ball,
one
no.
missed.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Popped in the air, left field. Verdugo makes the play, and that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Nick Allen. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. And that drops in for a strike. And now 1-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So the batting order turns over, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Grounded out his first time up. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
1 ball, no strikes.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Runner on the go. Lifted in the air, right field. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Olson.
Here's Matt Olson down. 0 for 1 so far.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
That's in there, and that's strike 1. Allen at first, 1 gone. Pickoff throw. Allen dives back in safely. Here's the pitch to Olson. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Check swing, now an appeal to third. And no swing, says Jerry Hillsdale. And a ball evens the count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Olsen swings and drives it deep to right. That one's carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting is designated hitter
Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. He's 0 for 1. First pitch just misses.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked. Goes to second, save. And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. Tied up here in the early going. Fastball for a strike. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. The 2-run shot. It's 3-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 away with nobody on. Austin Riley will hit next. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
And a good eye there.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 4th. Max Kepler at the plate. Ground ball, Olsen. Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it is JT Realmuto. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Next offering upstairs. The Phils down by a pair, top half of inning number 4. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
That's ball
Too high.
4.
Go to
Tried another
first.
fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Brian Snitker out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Grant Holmes won't go any further tonight. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
They bring a young arm out of the bullpen in this spot, number 75. He's been so good against lefties. So a man aboard, and stepping in is the speedy Bryson Stott. First pitch misses.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And another ball. Activity in the bullpen. Spencer Schwellenbach, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Lee warming up as well. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Everything came together for him. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
One out, runner at second. And here's the first baseman. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. There's a ball. Throw to third. He's safe. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Zips it across. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. A double and a run scored his first time up. That one's in there, 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Out to short. Jump throw. Not in time. He legs it out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So the Philly batting order turns over. Here's Turner now. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. That just misses. Now 1-2. Marsh off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Back-to-back base hits. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And that's outside. And a count now 2-0.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
2 on, 2 outs. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Allen drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. They get 2 and draw even again. We're midway in the 4th, all tied up at 3 apiece. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the catcher comes up to him, Drake Baldwin. First offering, and it just misses.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
No strike.
Good hitters count the 2-0. And another ball.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. He hit into a double play his first time up. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Cut on and miss. Real Muto throws not in time. It's a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
No outs. Runner on second. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ball.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. To the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to 3rd, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
And next for Atlanta, Alex Verdugo. Hard hit, base hit. Runner from 3rd comes across. It's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So digging in, Michael Harris II. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Fouled off left side. In the dirt, but kept close. to second, and he's out.
You know, Boog, this is the part of the game that oftentimes is overlooked. This is the grunt work. Great job of the catcher using his body to deaden that pitch, keeps it close, and then throws a strike down to second. Hats off.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here in Atlanta, ready now for the 5th inning. Now the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Ground ball right side. Albies fires over to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now back, the designated hitter, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. 1 for 2. Castellanos, 33 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Just missed. Swing and a foul out of play.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Now batting Max Kepler. And that's outside. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now it's JT Realmuto. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Castellanos leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Little chopper rolls foul. There's a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Up and in, full count now.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
swing and a high fly ball. Deep left field. Way back there. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. That one barely got out of here. And they jump out front. It's 5-4.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Number 75 is done, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. Righty reliever out of the pen, Spencer Schwellenbach.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So 2 down, and now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. Check swing, and he went. Strike one. Two down, nobody on. A little bit low, and it's a ball and a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's down and in.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. It's 6-4. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now the first baseman. That one fouled off. And that one fouled off. There's a splitter in the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning, the long ball was working. It's now a 6-4 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back at Truist Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Allen. Abel back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Just missed. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. That one
Ball
misses.
four. Take
So
your
a
base.
leadoff walk.
Now batting, right fielder.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. It's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. Now 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. Runner at first with no outs here. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Matt Olson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Abel checks on first. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Tap foul at the plate. And that's downstairs. And the count is 1-1. And a foul ball. The Phillies up by 2. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. That's in there. Strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Ground ball, left side. Boom. Sends it to first.
He's out.
Third out. No runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. 5 innings complete. It's the Phillies 6 and the Braves 4. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh.
On the ground, right side. Slings to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, shortstop Trey Turner.
So the lineup flips over. Trey Turner at the plate. 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
The 0-1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Acuna makes a nice running catch.
Oh, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Schwarber, the next to hit, takes outside. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Strike 1. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Good eye in that spot.
That's it.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one missing inside. Swung on, belted. That one's deep. Going, gone. Kyle Schwarber blasts one out the other way. His second home run of the series. It's 7-4. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. And a strike in there.
No ball. 1 strike.
That one way outside, and it's 1-1. That's out to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that'll do it. The Phillies add another on this solo homer. It's now a 7-4 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ranger Suarez.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Here comes Austin Riley. Ball one low. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Joe Ross up and throwing. Lazar also throwing. 1-2 here. Next offering is outside. Just off the inside corner. 3-2 now. He goes down looking.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Baldwin stands in here, takes ball one low. And that misses. And that's ball two. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Called strike right there.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Marsh snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Albies in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Just missed. And that's in there at the knees.
Ball, no.
Draws the walk
That's a
there.
ball. Take your base.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Verdugo stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Foul ball. Two outs.
2-1.
That one misses, and the count is 3-1. Michael Harris the second on deck for Atlanta. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Albies off of first with two away. Got him looking. That's out number 3. One left for Atlanta, and they're on the wrong end of a 7-4 score. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Dylan Lee.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least one an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
And now the DH, Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Phils, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
No,
missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. He swings and fouls one off. One, two now. And down on strikes. And one gone.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Kepler, batting with one down, takes a strike. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Aaron Bummer preparing to come on if needed. Johnson, a right-hander, loosening up as well. That's outside, and that's ball one. And that one missing low.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Up, ball.
That one pushed to the left and foul.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
One down, base is empty. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Pitch is in there. That's strike one.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And a foul ball. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Swings through it for the K. Pulled the string on the changeup. So up next, Bryson Stott. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Late swing, foul to the left. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and one left on base. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Phillies 7 and the Braves 4. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joe Ross.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year, so this seems like a calculated move.
Now, Michael Harris II.
Center fielder, Michael Harris II.
Hard hit, right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Nick Allen, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
Acuna, the next to hit, takes ball one.
No.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
That's way outside. And now 3-0. And there's the automatic. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
2 outs, runner at first. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Acuna dives back in. A sliding stop at short, and very nicely done for the out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Phillies 7 and the Braves 4. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Pierce Johnson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And here's the first baseman. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Next offering upstairs. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field. He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So a man at first. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Johnson, in his 6th season, he throws a curveball, a four-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. And it's fouled away. Nobody out, runner at first. Inside, almost got him. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Johnson fires. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, no outs. Trey Turner digs in now. Singy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike 1.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
In the dirt. the dirt. Here's Johnson fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Grounder might be 2. Over to Albies. On to Olsen. That's 2. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Phillies 7 and the Braves 4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Max Lazar.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Now it's the DH, Marcell Ozuna. He's already homered here in this one. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Next offering is in the dirt.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And that's in for a strike.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
Next pitch is outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So here's Riley now. And a curve drops in for a strike. On the corner for a strike, and it's 0-2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
2 strikes.
Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. Bases empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one misses, and the count's full. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location. But clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Baldwin in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Line drive and makes the play, and that's out number 3. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Aaron Bummer. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now it's Alec Bohm.
Third baseman, Alec Bohm.
That one's in there. It's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Luke Williams up and loosening in the pen. Next offering misses down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one at 95 missed up top, and it's 2-1. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then
Field. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And now, Nick Castellanos in the dirt. In the dirt, blocked. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Boom. Aboard here at first with nobody out. Fouls one off. 2-2. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Full count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
Max Kepler getting ready to hit. Splits the plate. 0-1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Base hit center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
JT Realmuto steps in. Back to right. Acuna on the run. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Base hit, 1 run in already. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Now here is Bryson Stott. And a sweeper misses for a ball. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. All loaded up here at the top of the ninth. Right side. And that's just foul.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Full count.
In the dirt, but kept close. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Ripped on a line. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Number 4.
And now the first baseman.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Comebacker could be 2. Fires home for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. Next to hit, Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and a couple left on. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. It's the Phillies 9 and the Braves 4. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Tanner Banks.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
1-0.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. And that's in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Pitch misses. And now 3 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Alex Verdugo. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's a strike. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Albies gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Ground ball right side. Gets to it with a slide. The feed for 1. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
So they're down to their final out. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. That's too low, and that's ball one. And a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Banks is just 1 strike away. Outside, and it's 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ground ball, and this should do it. No throw, and he's on at first. Runner at first with 2 away. And now the shortstop, Nick Allen. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. The Phillies leading by 5. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. They're down to their final strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
Ronald Acuna Jr. next to bat for the Braves. Back up the middle and a base hit. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Hard hit to third, and that'll do it.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
9-4, our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long